What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Import Modify. Now, all of you guys have been following me since I began this channel. You notice that I have quite a love for cars, and mostly it's imports. Now, I've decided to go ahead and purchase me a new vehicle, but it's like nothing I've ever purchased before. It is a 4-cylinder, it is turbo, and it's going to change things a little bit, the dynamic of the channel, because I'll let you know right now, it's not an import. So took me a while doing some research, and I decided that it's a really cool car, and I've been eyeballing them for quite some time, and I got a really sweet deal on it. So I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride real quick, and we'll go pick that bad boy up. What's up, guys? I'm on my way to go pick up a car in Oklahoma City. Now, I wasn't planning on buying another vehicle, but I came across a really good deal. I know I say that a lot, but I've been looking for a new car for a while, and I've been on the fence about what different types of models to buy, and I've just been doing research, and I'm kind of doing something really different this time. I'm doing something that normally I wouldn't purchase in the past, but the way that things are going in the vehicle manufacturing world, things have changed now, and my whole idea of cool cars has changed as well because of the way different manufacturers have gone and stuff. So it's a little bit of a surprise. I'm not going to give it away what I got, but I'm headed to the dealership in Oklahoma City. I got my buddy Aldo with me. So Aldo's going to be driving the truck back while I drive the car back, and yeah, just stay tuned. Well, once I get it, I'll show you guys what it is. Go ahead, eat it. How is it? Is it pretty sour? It's sour, huh? I told you. Nasty. Give him some water, Zoe. Don't let him throw up. Show me the bag of it. What is it? We just fed him some sour heads, some water, the warheads. Yeah, those things are pretty sour. How you like it? It's good?
I can take it.
Yeah. Obviously, it was too much for him. So now that I got a Camaro, I went to do the first oil change and I noticed a problem, that access to the pinch welds is damn near impossible to get to because the way that the bottom panel wraps around it gives you just a little bit of an area to get to. So I went ahead and I sourced me out my first modification for the car, and that is some lifting pads. And I went ahead and I got these from ZL1 add-ons, and they're billet aluminum. As big as these pads are is pretty much the space you have to get access to that pinch weld. So these have set screws, and what it is, you put them up on the pinch weld, you pinch it in with these set screws, and this bottom piece right here protrudes out the bottom of the car, giving you access to be able to lift the car up and down with either jack or a lift. So I went ahead and purchased these. Now, they're not really expensive. I think I paid like 80 bucks for them. So they're definitely something you want to have if you're going to work on your own Camaro. And while I was out, looking at these from ZL1 add-ons, I saw a nice, cool, pretty cool looking tow hook, and I decided to go ahead and purchase that as well, just to give it that nice tuner look. And I think it's going to look really cool once we get it modded on there, and it should go straight through the grill to the frame itself or the bumper support and thread in, and it's a quick, easy modification. So I'm going to go ahead and mount these up on the car so I can do the first oil change, and then I'm going to see exactly how difficult it is to put this in. It should be relatively easy, and if it is, I'll just go ahead real quick and mount that up. All right, time to add the oil. On the cap it says Decos 530. Now I like to use Mobil 1 synthetic, especially on a turbo application. And if you look down there, it says Decos compatible. So we're good to go on this oil change with the Mobil 1. And I noticed you guys noticed I had a Fram Tough Guard filter. A lot of people say they're crap, but I have a truck with 230,000 miles on that I change it from time to time and use those filters, and I've never had an issue with those filters as long as you stay within the routine maintenance of 5,000 miles or less on the truck. And I do it every 3,000, and I'm going to do the same as well on this Camaro because it is a turbocharged application. So 3,000 mile full synthetic oil changes, I don't think the Fram's going to be an issue at all. But let's go ahead now and add the oil. So now that we got the oil change done, I'm going to go ahead now and add this tow hook. Now the tow hook, it threads out right here, and you thread this piece in first, and then you tighten the hook part onto the shaft right there with this bolt right there. And to show you guys where it goes, it's pretty straightforward. There's a gap in right there, and there's the hole where it threads in at. So I'm going to go ahead now and install this piece, and we'll see how it looks in the end. Alright, there's nothing special about changing the oil on any vehicle. I just thought I would go ahead and show you guys a little bit about the car in general. But I'm going to go ahead now and start it. It is a push button start. So one of the things you have to do with this car after you change the oil, just like any modern car really, is you need to go ahead and make sure that you update the oil life. Now the oil life is pretty straightforward. You navigate with these up and down arrows till you get to oil life, and then once you get to the oil life, you hold down the select button until you hear a beep, and then it'll reset it to the 100% oil life. And basically you want to make sure you do that every time you change your oil so that you can keep track of it. Now I tend to keep track of my oil by the mileage, so what I do is I just go to the tripometer and I make sure I reset my tripometer, and whenever I clock 3,000 miles, that's when I know I'm due for an oil change. So pretty straightforward, nothing special about it. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and wait until I get my Mishimoto oil catch can set up, because this thing is direct injected, and I want to prevent oil from getting on the intake valves, and the catch can is the key in order to do that. So when I get the catch cans in, I'm gonna do a video of that being installed, and then I'll be able to get on it really well and not worry about, you know, oil getting on the valves, and I will do a nice car review of this car. Well, as you can see, I got me some coilovers for the Camaro. Now these are Megan coilovers, the Easy Street Edition. I do have these on my E36 M3, and I gotta tell you that they are really worth the money if you're just gonna drive the car around town and you want comfort and be able to lower the car and get that nice stance. And I went ahead and got these because I got such a sweet deal on them. I got them for roughly $700, which you can't beat for a set of nice, you know, quality coilovers. And I also got me a dual catch can setup right here from Mishimoto. Now, Mishimoto parts, they're a little pricey, but, you know, they're great quality, and they give you lifetime coverage on them as far as a warranty goes. This is a dual catch can setup. You got one for the CCV side, one for the PCV side, and this here is a must on direct injected cars, because you're going to have carbon buildup from the oil getting on the backside of the valves. Direct injected has the injectors directly injecting into the combustion chamber, as opposed to the older engines that have the injectors squirting on the backside of the valves to keep them clean. So I wanted to make sure I got this and have it installed before I start driving and enjoying the car. And while I was there picking that up, I saw such a good deal on the Megans. And like I stated before, I do know how good they are because I do have them on my E36, and I jumped on that because stock ride height ain't the ride height for me. I need to get that thing nice and good, you know, riding position, good stance, and then make it look really nice. So anyway, I am rambling on again, and hope you guys ain't gonna hate on me for buying a domestic, but it is what it is. I like the reviews of the car, and you could tap good horsepower gains out of that thing relatively easy, and it's just something that I can enjoy on the side. Now, I did pick up another vehicle here just recently, and that's why I'm positioned towards this side of the shop, is I don't want to expose what I got, and that is an import, so I will be shooting another video and putting that out of that car as well. So what that tells you guys is, yes, we do have a lot of cars in the shop now. We do have a lot of content to do, and I need to get back on the ball, getting stuff knocked out. Now, we are going to finish off the Z31. No doubt about that. Don't worry about that. We'll get that bad boy done. We're getting very close, by the way, to getting it done. So I'm going to have more videos of that Z31 coming out, and we're going to continue knocking that out. We're very close to being done with that, and I can't wait to see what it's like once we get it done and take it for its first rip. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the episode, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you guys on the next episode.